Yeah, great win for us. Obviously, we needed to get ourselves back on track. We were able to make shots tonight, which certainly made a big difference. These guys both played well. The whole group did. Happy for them. And obviously, we got to continue to get better. A lot of games ahead of us, and we got to make sure that we're ready to grind out close games when they're low scoring and high scoring game when they're high scoring. But today was a really good win for us.
How much did the bye week kind of help you guys shoot the ball as well as you did today?
It helped a lot because we just needed a week off so we can take care of our body for the weekend, without no basketball, without no games. So it really helped a lot.
Troy, what was the difference between the second half of the last game and today?
My point guards was just finding me when I was open, basically. It's all to Blue Man for real. He was penetrating the gaps in the defense, and I was moving up the ball, hunting my shot, and he was finding me.
Blue Man, to expand on that, I think you tied your career high in assists, and you only had one turnover. What did you see when you had the ball in your hands?
I've been saying it for a few games, actually. Everybody just collapsed once I'm driving the gaps. So I was just making the right play, finding the open guy, and it happened to be him. Happened to be Troy a lot, and I feel like every time he shoots, he's gonna go in. So finding him, and I'm looking right now. I see Anthony Roberts 5 for 6. So I guess we made the right play. Coach been talking about it heavy on making the right pass, and saying our percentage are great when we make the right pass and shoot the ball. So instead of it being no passes, it's been just make one more pass, and we shot the ball well today.
Troy, at the start of the second half, when they caught you at 44, it was 2 minutes, 90 seconds in. What made the resiliency? Was again the resiliency of this team? You made 6 straight foul shots and pretty much and then a couple of threes to really put the game in control. Can you talk about that, please?
Basically, we just they was in I believe a 1-2-2 press. We was just breaking the press easy, getting either threes or layups. Basically, what coach was telling us to get when we broke it. That's all we were basically doing for real.
Blue Man, last year, would you have ever pictured yourself hitting 3 threes in the game? You weren't really a big three-point shooter last year. Would you ever expect to go 3 to 5?
I think we played Detroit Mercy last year, and I think I made 3 threes. So, yeah, I expected to go 3 for 3.
Troy, you started out making all the threes, and then you had that play where you went in and dunked. You kind of try to prove a point, I'm just not a three-point shooter.
Yeah, he over closed out on me, and I seen a lane on my favorite side. Actually, I like to drive on the left side, and I just went up and dunked.
Blew all these numbers, a lot of good ones here, but 0 fouls for you. Talk about that.
I actually read an article this morning about how
that's him.
Actually, we were just at Acme. It was me, Troy, and CJ, and I said they made an article about how much I've been fouling. So I said I gotta stop fouling. So my son actually told me too. He said I've been watching the game there, and you've been fouling a lot. So I just been trying to keep my hands up and just move my feet.
So it was definitely an emphasis today.
Yeah, it definitely was. It kept me in the game a lot, way more than what I've been playing, and it kept me in a rhythm. I mean, sitting, and then coming back in and trying to just jump into the flow is hard. So being on the floor keep me in the rhythm. Every time I stay out of foul trouble, I actually have a good game. So I'm trying to stay out of foul trouble.
Troy, you had one of your best games of your career today. Just talk about the flow of the game and your mindset, particularly in the second half.
They just told me just hunt my shot basically, and be patient on offense, let the ball come to you, and just move without the ball, and that's what I was doing today. It felt good to get back on track.
Any more questions for the players?
Guys, you had a rough patch these last 2 games. You had a week off here. Just talk about how good it feels to be back in the win column and in such convincing fashion.
We actually live together, so in the house we talk a lot. So I was talking to him, I said, I ain't gonna lie, I think this bye week is gonna help us a lot. I think it's a chance for us to actually run off on a few people because it's been tough playing back to back like this. Our bodies being drained. I think it was a chance for us to get off our feet and to actually get in the gym, put up shots, and rest and get some extra treatment. So I think it's good we had this bye week, and I think going into the next game, we have some little confidence. Everybody played well today, and we played as a team, so we really wasn't really no complaining going on. So I feel like it helped us. The bye week helped us.
Yeah, I agree with him.
All right, fellas.
You guys are good.
Get some rest, man.
Always.
They start out so hot, but I'm gonna get the first half, you know?
Yeah, we made 10 threes in the first half. Yeah, absolutely a concern because you don't know if you can keep making them. But we did. Tonight was our night. You know, we're a good shooting team. We're one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. And, you know, we went through a tough stretch for back-to-back games. And, you know, I have to look at the film, but, you know, a large percentage of the threes that we shot tonight were catch-and-shoot threes. You know, we're going to shoot a pretty good percentage when they're catch-and-shoot threes. Occasionally, there's a couple guys on the roster that will shoot them off the bounce, Anthony being one of them, and he can shoot them and still make them off the bounce. But I'm going to look and assume most of his were catch-and-shoot also. And when we do that, we're a significantly better team.
Rob, I asked, and I'm gonna ask you, was that run that they made at the start of the second half to tie the game, about 90 seconds in,
Yeah.
was that a critical point of the game in your mind?
Yeah, I think so because we didn't come out the second half great, but we were able to sort of weather the storm. Got to the foul line a couple times. Danny got to the free throw line there during that stretch when we were struggling early in the second half. I think all of his free throws, I could be wrong, but I think all of his free throws came during that stretch. And, you know, then we were able to get out in transition and make some threes and get a couple consecutive stops in a row. And that allowed us, again, to continue to get out in transition and play the way we're better off playing.
Coach, you said, no, go ahead, go. Could you assess Troy's game?
Played great. I mean, look, anytime you have 27 points and 4 steals, you know, and shoot 7 for 11 from 3, and he was fantastic, right? And there was a lot of guys that played well, but Troy, you know, being able to make 7 threes in a game is that makes a big difference for our team, obviously. So huge game from him. You know, Booman played very well. Anthony was 8 for 10 from the field. You know, played great. CJ off the bench was great. Mitch defensively, I thought at the 4 he was guarding a guy, you know, Ben Vanderplas, who's an elite post player. I thought he battled and competed at a really high level. You know, we got a lot of contributions, and that's what it takes. So we need to continue to grow and get better, and know that the next game it may be Phil and Danny inside that are scoring the ball, but. Both of those guys, especially Phil was a willing passer. I think that created some stuff for us as well.
Any quick thought on Preston?
Yeah, he's an elite guard. 12 assists, 20 points. He's very, very good. I did think we did a pretty good job against him in terms of making it difficult, creating some turnovers. I thought we did a good job. As good as his stat line is, I thought we did a pretty good job guarding him for the most part. I know we fouled him late. CJ, who did a great job on him, I think late fouled him. And in the first half, Gio fouled him on a play that we had covered. But you know what? He's a really good player. He's going to score some baskets. But overall, I thought our defense on him was pretty good.
Jason Preston, one of the better players in the conference. In the second half, you guys contained him very well. Just talk about your approach to defending Preston.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about with CJ and Booman. Booman not fouling, CJ's length on him. I know the numbers defensively, they scored a lot of points, but we did create 18 turnovers. We had 9 steals. That number is a big number for us, 8 or more steals. I don't think we've lost a game when we've had 8 or more steals. So we did a lot of the things we know we need to do to win, and now we got to bottle it up and do it again on Tuesday on the road.
Coach, so going back to something you talked about earlier, after the 2 previous games with the struggles of production, only 54 points, did you change anything coming into this week, or just an emphasis on sticking to what you do?
Just doing what we do. Yeah, we're in February now, right? Like, try to get a little bit better each day, but at the end of the day, we're not changing everything here in February. I mean, we have our team. These are the guys. We got to make sure we try to play together and have great ball movement, compete when things aren't going well for us. Tonight we were great offensively, so it's easy to compete when you're great offensively. You know, the next game we may not be great offensively. We got to compete when we're not great offensively and find ways to come up with wins, because this league is very, very difficult, as we all know.
CJ, again, real quick, I think he had 10 over and kind of blew it open.
Yeah, yeah, he did a great job tonight. You know, again, his threes, I think they were all catch and shoot, 3 of them. He made 2 out of 3. So, you know, we've gone through this. His percentages off catch and shoot threes are over 40%. His percentages off the bounce threes are under 10%. So tonight he did the things that will allow him to continue to be successful. And then he drove the ball and got to the rim and made some free throws and got to the line. And he did a really good job. 2 steals. He broke things open. He did a great job for us, for sure.
What do you think the difference was in Troy's game today as opposed to the last game and the second half of last game when he only attempted 1 shot?
Yeah, you'd have to ask him that one. I mean, tonight was his night,
Yeah.
you know, and hopefully Tuesday will be his night again. And if he only takes 4 shots or 1 shot in the second half of the next game, we got to find a way to win with that too. I mean, that's when you have a good team. Like Danny, you would think isn't going to play that poorly again. And Phil, you know, he struggled from the field, but he was a willing passer for the most part. And like I said, on Tuesday, those 2 guys may dominate the paint. Each game is different. Tonight was Troy's night for sure. Our guards did a great job moving the basketball. And obviously we made 17 threes tonight. So when you do that, you're going to win more games than not.
How do you feel about the season going forward?
Yeah, great. Listen, we got 6 more games left. We're in the back third of the season. We've got, what's our record? 17 wins and 7-5 in the league. I constantly say this. I think sometimes it's people don't understand. I looked at the stats prior to the game. I think Ohio's career record against Kent State is 92-54. You know, like something ridiculous like that, like 92-54. So when you win these games, like this is not easy. These teams are good. The programs are good. They expect to win. You know, this is not easy to be 17-8 and 7-5 in the league. If it was, then you wouldn't have teams that have 2 or 3 or 4 wins. It's not easy. So really proud of the guys to getting the win, and now we got to get ourselves ready for Tuesday.
Any more questions for Coach?
We're good? Awesome. Thank you.